Good morning, welcome to another yoga practice. Today we're going to be doing a 20-minute yoga flow to feel great and energized. All you will need is a mat. If you are ready, let's begin. Okay, we're going to start standing at the front of our mat in mountain pose. So grounding through your feet to begin with, feeling really connected at the base of the big toe, base of the little toe and your heel. Your thighs are engaged, your lower belly and your bottom are both hugging in. Shoulders can reach up and then drop down, palms gently facing forward. Feel an extension at the back of your neck as you draw your crown up to the sky and maybe gently close your eyes. Allow yourself to arrive here today on your mat. And we're going to start to draw our awareness inwards. Starting to notice your breath. Noticing as you inhale and exhale through your nose. Placing your left hand on your heart, right hand on your belly. As you inhale through your nose, see if you can expand through your tummy. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do one more here. Inhale and exhale. Releasing your hands down. Let's begin our flow. On your next inhale, blinking your eyes open, reach your palms together overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, step back into your plank. Lower your knees, your chin and your chest to the mat. And then inhale into your cobra. Exhale, push back into your downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Maintaining that full breath throughout our practice. On your next inhale, looking at your hands, stepping to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Pressing through your feet, bend your knees. Inhale, reach all the way up to stand, palms together overhead. Exhale, hands down by your side. Let's flow through again. Inhale. Reaching hands up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, let's step back into plank. You can repeat knees, chest, chin, or we can move into full chaturanga. Inhale to your upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, push back into your downward facing dog. 3 more breaths. Fingers spread wide, feet at least hip width apart. Sending your tailbone to the sky. 1 more breath here. Looking at your hands and stepping to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, press through your feet. Inhale, all the way up to stand, palms together. Exhale, hands down by your side. Okay. We're going to begin another chair flow, which I have been loving at the moment. So, on our next inhale, we're going to sink back into our chair, reaching your hands up, fingertips up. You should be able to see your toes. Take a breath. Exhale, hands to your heart. On your next inhale, you can cross over your left foot. Take a breath here. And then we're going to step back into a high crescent. Reach your arms up. Exhale, hands behind. Let's interlace our fingers. Push our knuckles away. Exhale, humble warrior. Right shoulder to right knee. Inhale. Exhale. Pressing through your feet, inhale, back up to rise. Reach our hands up. Exhale, hands to the mat. Let's step back and find your flow. Knees, chest, chin, or full chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, push back to your downward facing dog. 3 more breaths here. Taking downward dog as an opportunity to connect back to your breath. Resting in stillness or pedaling out your legs if you need a bit more movement here in downward facing dog. Good. On your next inhale, looking at your hands, stepping to the front of your mat. Inhale, up into chair. Exhale, push through your feet. Inhale, all the way up to rise. Exhale, hands by your side. Let's flow again on the other side. Inhale, sinking back into chair. Taking a breath here, making sure you can see your toes. Chest is open, heart is lifted. Exhale, hand to your heart. Other leg this time. Crossing right leg over left. Inhale. Exhale. Stepping back, reaching your arms up. High crescent. Inhale. Exhale. Sinking through your hips. Heart is open. Exhale, reaching your hands behind us, interlacing the fingers. Maybe shifting so you've got the different thumb on top this time. Pushing your knuckles away, see if you can draw your wrists together. Lifting your hands if you're able to, opening up your heart. Inhale, exhale, humble warrior. Left shoulder to left knee. Inhale, exhale. On your next inhale, pressing through your feet as you inhale back up. Exhale, release. Hands to the mat. Step back into your plank. Let's find your flow. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, or full chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, pushing back to your downward facing dog. 3 more breaths here. Resting in stillness or pedaling out your legs, whatever your body needs. Maintaining that awareness and connection to our breath. Inhale, looking at our hands, stepping to the front of your mat. Inhale, sit back into chair, reaching your arms up. Exhale, push through your feet. Inhale, all the way up to stand. Exhale, hands by your side. Hopefully you're generating a lot of heat. Let's just take a moment here in mountain pose. Connecting back to your breath. Feeling strong. Feeling present here in this moment. All right, we're going to flow again through our chair sequence. Inhale, sinking back into chair, reaching your fingertips up. Exhale, hands to your heart. So if you'd like to just simply cross your legs over again, you can. Or we can come into a figure of 4. So you've got your left ankle just past your right knee, and we're squatting down as much as we can. Flexing our left foot. Inhale, heart open. Exhale fully. On your next inhale, push through your right foot and see if you can come all the way up and hinge forward into our warrior 3 pose. Making sure our hips are square to the mat. Try not to lock out your right knee. Pausing in this posture for a moment. And then on your next exhale, lowering down into warrior 1. Reaching your arms up, shoulders and hips to the short edge of your mat. Feeling open in your heart. Inhale, exhale, open up to warrior 2. Inhale, exhale. Lowering your elbow to your right knee. Let's reach our left hand up and over. See if you can sink through your hips a little bit more. You want your fingers reaching away from your toes, drawing a straight line from your hands to your foot. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, back up into warrior 2. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step back into plank. And let's find our flow. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, push back into your downward facing dog. Pausing and downward facing dog, 3 breaths again. Feet hip width apart. Inhale, exhale, looking at the front of your mat, stepping between your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, into chair. Arms reaching up overhead. Exhale, push through your feet. Inhale, all the way up to stand. Finding stillness again in mountain pose. Slowing down and connecting back to our breath as we prepare to repeat on the other side. On your next inhale, reach your arms up overhead, sink back into chair. Take a breath here. Inhale, exhale fully, hands to your heart. Repeating the same on the other side, so putting your weight into your left leg, either crossing your right knee over, or hooking your right ankle on the outside of your left knee and sinking into that squat. Flexing your right foot, keeping the whole leg active. Gaze is lifted, heart is open. On your next inhale, push through your foot, lift that right leg up and then hinge it back into our warrior 3 pose. Keeping your hips square, neck is neutral to the floor. Inhale, exhale. On your next exhale, preparing to land your foot into warrior 1. Shoulders and hips square to the front edge of your mat. Chest is open. Inhale, exhale, opening up into warrior 2. Fingers spreading in opposite directions, sinking through your hips. Lowering your left elbow to left knee, reaching that right hand up and overhead. Sink through your hips a little bit more. Imagine drawing a line from your fingertips to your foot. Gaze is lifted if the neck allows. Try not to sink into your left shoulder. Inhale and exhale, coming back up to warrior 2. And then windmill your hands back down. Finding plank. Knees, chest, chin, or full chaturanga. Inhale to your upward facing dog. Exhale, push back to your downward facing dog. 3 more breaths. Inhale and exhale. Let's lower our knees now to the mat. We're going to come into an extended child's pose, so opening your knees about mat width apart. Just start to walk your hands forward on the mat. Fingertips reaching forward, allow your forehead to rest on the mat. Maybe rocking gently from side to side. Keep reaching your fingers forward, feeling that lengthening and extension in your spine. And then finding stillness. And let's start to walk our hands back up. And we're going to come to sit on our bottom. So, reaching both legs out in front of you. We'll come into staff pose, Tadasana. So flexing your feet so your toes are coming at you, pushing the heels of your hands into the floor. Spine is lifted. We're engaging our calves, our thighs, our lower belly. Heart is open, shoulders are away from our ears. Inhale and exhale. And release. We're going to bring the sole of our right foot into the inside of our left thigh. Reach your hands up. Exhale, forward fold wherever you are to keep your spine lengthened, whether you're here at your thigh, here at your calf, or maybe you're reaching for your toes. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. One more breath here. Exhale. And then slowly walk back up. Let's change legs. So we're bringing the sole of our left foot to the inside of our right thigh. Right toes are flexed, reaching up. Exhale, forward fold wherever you are to keep your spine nice and long. Inhale and exhale. Keeping your toes flexed. Inhale and exhale. Well done. Let's bring ourselves back up. And we're going to move into another variation of these floor forward folds. I'll show you on the left side first. So we're going to bend our left knee and bring our foot so our heel is in line with our hip bone. We're flexing our right toes and we're going to sit up. See if you can bring your left arm inside your left thigh, and again just bend forward wherever you are, reaching forward. You may know this from Ashtanga, and if you've got the bind, you can hook your left hand behind your leg and reach your right hand behind and bind. Inhale and exhale. Continuing to forward fold, using your lower belly to help you bend by drawing it in. And then release and come back up. And we'll do the same on the other side. So bending our right knee, bringing our heel in line with our sit bone, flexing our left foot, sitting up nice and tall, and then starting to forward fold wherever that may be. And again, like on the other side, if you have your bind, you can hook your right arm behind and then allow your left hand to join, and then continue that forward fold. Inhale and exhale. Let's do 2 more breaths here. Inhale and exhale, good. And then slowly release the bind and come back up to sit. Now we're going to flow through boat pose before we make our way down to Shavasana. Coming up into boat, whichever level that may be. Maybe releasing the hands, maybe extending the legs, and we'll take 3 strong breaths here. As you exhale, lowering down to the mat through low boat. 1 breath here, and then release. Well done. So finding maybe a stretch on the mat, or hugging your knees into your chest, and let's just rock gently before we find Shavasana. So if you've got any tension in your lower back, you can have your feet flat on the floor, about mat width apart, and allow them to knees to drop in. Or if you'd like full Shavasana, then we can extend our legs out, have our palms up to the sky, arms slightly away from the body. Let's slow down again, bringing our awareness back to our breath. Noticing each time we inhale and each time we exhale. Give yourself the gift of this present moment. I'm going to leave you here for a few moments with your breath, and then I'll bring you back in. Start taking some deeper and more energizing breaths now. Maybe wiggling fingers and toes. Maybe reaching out long on the mat. And then maybe hugging your knees into your chest. Gently rocking, massaging your lower back side to side. Let's make our way over onto our right side and just pause here for a breath. And then let's slowly make our way up to a comfortable seated position. Keeping our eyes closed if we're able to, sitting up nice and tall. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead, palms together. Exhale, draw your hands to your heart center. Taking a moment to thank yourself for practicing today. Thumb knuckles to your third eye, gently bow your head. Om Shanti. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope you enjoyed this energizing flow. It was quite a strong one, but it should set you up for a wonderful day ahead. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to subscribe. And I release weekly flows, so I can't wait to see you in the next one. As always, take care.